Sean P.
So you ready for this?
Well, it needs to be as described. Now, Dennis described this car to me that he just as perfect. 1,000-ish original miles, runs and drives, and is absolutely a time capsule.
It is a time capsule.
Is it?
Yes.
All right. I mean, look at that back license plate area. That's the original sticker that would have been on the car when it got delivered. Now, it is a 6-cylinder car, right?
It's a 6-banger. That's its only hiccup.
Automatic on the floor, though?
Automatic on the floor.
That's not factory installed. That's dealer installed AC, right?
Dealer installed AC. It drove itself in the trailer.
Huh?
It drove itself in the trailer.
Well, is it going to drive itself off?
I would hope so.
Well, you know I don't do trailer work, so this is on you. That's as stocky stock as it gets.
Right. Brand new.
Come on, pull it out. You do the work. I'm going to go inside. It's hot out here.
Okay.
Woo! Gas is a little,
Yeah, it's bad. I need some starting spray. What are you rubbing back there?
I can't get it to go back on.
What?
The gas cap.
Oh, you pulled it off? You'll break you by.
I'm about to give up on this. Fucking hell.
Got one.
So what is the lowest mileage original 68 Mustang?
This has to be it unless there's one out there with less, obviously.
Well, that would make sense. If there was one out there with less, then this one wouldn't be it.
I mean, this is pretty freaking low.
There you go.
All right, Mustang Guru, what do you think?
I don't know, man. Let's see under the hood.
So in your opinion, does this belong in a museum or a resto mod?
Well, you know my opinion's always freaking make it go fast.
So that's resto mod. Because everything's new at that point, so you don't have to touch anything else but the drivetrain and brakes, suspension.
And mags, and tires, and wheels.
Well, I mean, that's everything that's resto mod, but you don't have to mess with the body, interior. Mike doesn't even have to come over here because doesn't need paint.
This is a 100% original 1,000 miles.
Really?
Yes.
Where'd you find this at?
Dennis found it, and he sold it to me over the phone, but I don't know, man.
I mean, where do you find one with 1,000 miles on it? You're not ever going to find that again, you know?
This came out of a small town outside of Dayton, Ohio. I'd have to watch the video to tell you what town.
It's super clean. It's got all the markings and everything on the rear end and all that stuff.
It's got the undercoating, so it needs dry ice to get all the undercoating off. But
well, being Ohio, because of the salt.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but with 1,000 miles on it, and then we've got a touch-up over here on the back.
I saw that.
I guess it does need, like, that's what the touch-up paint in the trunk's for.
What are you seeing? It's dealer installed AC.
No shroud? I don't know, like, was that a thing back then? No.
Probably.
No shroud?
Up there,
Yeah.
Ohio.
Should. I mean, this might be a Jason Aker question, but didn't they have factory chalk marks under the hood and stuff too?
Some.
Oh, look here. What is that?
They might have had something here and there. You're the paint guy. You tell me if
Well,
you see
I'm
it.
looking to see if I see any repaint stuff, but
What?
it's been polished.
Yeah, somebody buffed it.
Something that only has 1,000 miles on it, it looks rough for something that only has 1,000 miles.
Right. It's been parked in a garage, not obviously
What's up,
a
Mom
controlled
Spicer?
environment
Yeah.
garage.
I'm all right.
Guess the story goes, this girl, when she first got her driver's license, this was her car that she bought.
Yeah.
And then the city bus was cheaper than putting gas in the car, so she just took the city bus.
I know that feeling. Don't we all?
Right. I'm sure a city bus doesn't go by your house and come here though.
It does not.
I'm looking at this car.
You said you wanted first shot that it was Highland Green, it was a coupe.
Yeah, I got first shot at it, but I don't know. I just don't know. It's got some touch-ups on it in a couple of spots, and the dealer installed AC. I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
No, it's unusual, but it's definitely dealer installed. It says Ford on it. It's got the instructions on it, and it's in the paperwork in the glove box. The only thing I can tell you is it's the best one in the world that I'm aware of. All 5 original tires, 1 family owned. The miles are right.
Yeah, 1,000 miles, man. That's freaking crazy. Whoever buffed it did a really shitty job.
Well, I think the paint correction is not a big deal. We haven't touched it. You're looking at straight in the trailer or out of the trailer. I don't know what you're looking
Do you
at.
think, no, it's out. Do you think these are 68 hubcaps? I haven't seen these hubcaps in a long time.
Everything on that car is correct. The tires are even original. But you know, the thing is, it's either going to, I mean, it's the lowest miles 68 that I can find. There's a 67 lower miles, but it's a fastback. No 68s. I mean, look at the interior. It's freaking brand new.
I know.
I mean, you know what it costs to get a car like that. The other thing is, I'd hate to see somebody do it. It really needs to be in a museum. But, I mean, if somebody was going to rest a model car, that thing would be unbelievable.
What do you think, Mike?
I mean, it checks out. It's just like it wasn't stored the best.
Well, it's also just, you can't believe the imperfections that these things came out of the factory with.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
I mean, if you go see, like, I can see these show cars that guys are like, oh my gosh, this is all original. I'm like, no, it's not. It was never this nice when it was original.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's been buffed, but it hadn't been painted anywhere except for the little touch up on the quarter panel. But I mean, it all looks pretty good.
Yeah. The only thing that I was looking at was the radiator and the filter, but then Sean had a point. I wonder if they pulled the radiator out or beat it up when they was doing that AC, because it's beat up too. And then the bolts have been removed. See the circles, the swirls where a socket was on them?
Well, there's no way they could have got that on without adding.
No,
So
they can. That belt will go around the fan, but
it can.
being a dealer, they probably took their
hold
time.
it. Yeah.
I guess it all depends on what you can get it for.
Well, we know these ain't factory.
Yeah, they took their time, but then they put black tape to hold stuff up.
You can tell it's been sitting. You can smell it.
Yeah.
Kerosene lamp.
I mean, everything looks clean enough for the mileage.
Yeah.
They just did their Ohio crap where they coat the bottom of it so it doesn't rust out.
Well, that stuff will come off with dry ice.
Yeah. I mean, here's your chalk mark here, and the thumbnail
Stamp.
mark up there. So, and there should be some like on the rear end and stuff, but you can't see it because they coated it.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm going to keep it.
I don't have to load it again.
Lowest mile Mustang 68 Coupe in the world, according to our records, 1,016 miles. Pretty cool.
What's in this trailer is probably one of the coolest things you're ever going to see.
All right.
Hey guys, this is something you don't ever see hardly at all. Do you want to kind of tell them who you guys are and what you do?
Yeah, I'm Chris Rungi with Rungi Cars, and we hand build sports cars from the ground up at our Minnesota workshop. So this is our 16th build. When we build a car, we usually work with a client and we kind of develop a vision based on an era. So this captures the late 1950s, early 60s kind of warbird meets sports car, sports racer, Le Mans prototype. And we designed the chassis, fit wheels. As you can see, it's a hand-hammered aluminum body, so we build a buck, typically out of wood. From the wood, then we form an aluminum tube buck, and the tube structure actually stays inside the car, so it just acts as a guide for the bodywork as we're shaping it. And yeah, it's
insane.
It's like a lot of work.
It's like, where do you start? I mean, you see everything on the exterior of the car, but people don't realize that you have to build everything on the inside and underneath and all the structures.
Yeah.
And they still have to work with what, you know, you're doing on the outside, which is crazy. Like you see the wooden bucks, right? So are you building the outside panel first and then building inner structure, or?
We go back and forth. It is a combination. So like we'll fit the barrel sides as I call them, and then we'll make the templates for the inside.
Yeah.
And now we've done a few of these, so we have templates that are within like a 1/4 inch typically.
Right, so you can do some trimming and fitting.
Exactly, yeah. So that has helped in the process, but it's still a ton of work. With this specific car, my son Finn, who's here with me, he did the tube buck. And he dropped the hood in comparison to the older cars. He dropped the hood about an inch and a half, I think, which gave it these deeper draws and really gave it, I think, beautiful lines. So then we have to recreate the inner paneling templates and change things up that way.
So when you're building these, you're doing it for a customer, obviously.
Yeah.
And then do they get to see the car before, or like as the process goes, or do you just like say, "Ha, surprise"?
It depends. Sometimes they'll come and visit the shop and we'll fit them, we'll take them out and drive the car. With this car, we're actually driving to the customer over in Palm Springs, and we're going to deliver it and go over it with him there at his home.
Oh, that'll be cool. So he's never seen it?
He has not seen it.
He's seen pictures maybe?
Yep, pictures and videos, updates.
Yeah.
And on the back of the car, you'll see a badge that says Helios, and that's what he wanted to name the car. I thought that was super
that's
cool.
a cool name, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is wild. So every single thing is handmade by you guys. Your hinges,
yes,
your inner panels.
The era that we're really passionate about is the late 40s, early 50s, when privateers were taking like scraps left over from World War II in Germany, and they were making race cars with them. So it's this prototype aircraft kind of racer, and that's what my first build was really focused on, and it's kind of been the theme all along, is that era.
Well, it looks like a good era and good theme to go with. That's me. Going to the interior, Don was telling me earlier, or showing me these earlier. I really like this idea. So this is your race timer.
Yep, your rally clocks.
Track.
Yep, make a great sound. And your co-pilot can keep track of what's happening as you're going through a rally. You know, this is all custom built. The gauges are reproduction VDO, so it's got a GPS system here, a GPS speedometer. Mm-hmm. The two most modern parts about this are the GPS speedometer, and then it has a 12-volt air conditioning system.
Which is probably good in this.
It works great. We were blowing 34 degrees Fahrenheit out of the vents when we tested it the other day, so that makes me real happy.
And your shifter here.
Yeah, so that's a custom milled shift knob, custom shift linkage. It's got a 4-speed transaxle, mid-engined, and you can see this engine's, it's kind of a hybrid of a Porsche 356 and VW Type 1. Okay. It's got Chevy rods, journals, a bunch of hot rod stuff inside, a 2.3 liter dual Weber carbs. So at 2.3 puts out about 190, 185 horsepower. Yeah. The engine builder that makes these, he's out in California, Powerhouse, John Randolph. He does a great job for, a small package that creates the right power, and it looks the part as well. And then we build this aluminum shroud, gives it a bit more of an aircraft look. And then it has a 911 style fan on the front there.
Yeah, I saw that. So it's got a lot of 911 parts. You know, I know this looks like a 911.
Yeah, they use those on both Volkswagens and some of the early Porsches too.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many hours does it take? Just get, okay, we'll just say on this car, how many hours do you have in this car?
We have over 5,000 hours in this car.
See, and people don't understand that.
Yeah.
They don't understand what it takes to do something like this.
It's a huge undertaking. And, you know, like when I built my first car, I had no intention of selling one. I just wanted to build myself a cool, it's monoposto, so it was a single seat right in the middle, racer. And then someone saw that and they were like, I gotta have one. So then I built a 2-seater. And as you start to do that, you know, the expectations get higher. Like if you're just building for yourself, your expectations are high enough. But to do something like this, it's a weird thing to spend 3 years in your garage and then show it to people, you know? Like,
yeah. Well, it's very, very, very awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Like I wouldn't even know where to start.
You'd probably paint it.
I would probably, well, I don't know. I don't know. If I paint it, then I'm going to be irritated with myself. Because all the aluminum work looks so cool.
Yeah, that's the other thing about it. My third build, the first 2 cars we painted, and the third one, the customer said, you gotta leave it raw so it can tell the story, you know? Which is very vulnerable as a craftsperson to, like, you know, it's in the automotive industry especially.
Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, every hammer mark, all the time you spent, you know, you can see your work. I think that's cool.
Yeah, after we did that on the third car, we've left them all raw like this.
Yeah.
And it does it. You can see the progression, and then the customers, some of my customers are like, I want to see how polished, how perfectly you can planish every hammer, every weld, every hammer mark. And then other customers are like, no, I want it like it was back in the day where they just beat it and went racing. You know, they hammered it out and went racing. So we have to strike that balance for each build we do.
So what's next?
Now things have gotten a little out of control. We're developing our own engines. So we are building a 5.3 liter flat 8, which has kind of been like, I don't know, the redheaded stepchild of the air-cooled world. A few people have tried to make them. They're a very challenging engine to make, but we're doing a 5.3 liter 32 valve 4-cam flat 8 from the ground up. Our own crank, our own case, the
So
whole
I know
deal.
Indy had a flat 8.
Yes.
Because I know Don has one.
Yeah, his is a V. It's a Porsche V8.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But
didn't
Porsche did
realize
a
that.
flat 8 early in the 60s, oh, mid 60s. I believe it was the WRS. Kind of similar style to this, but I don't think it was a coupe. That was the first Porsche flat 8, and I think it was a 2.3 liter, if I remember right. I'm sure the Porsche historians
So
will
these
pipe
pistons
in.
were,
Yeah, small.
Huh.
So ours with a 5.3 liter, we're looking at 600 horsepower, naturally aspirated for the first 3 engines we're making. And then
Wow.
we'll build from there as we test reliability and
So what are one of these engines going to run?
yes.
Yes. Okay, got it.
That's the answer for now, yes.
More than I make, I'm sure. So what are the vents on the side for?
So this side houses the oil filter and oil cooler, and the oil cooler is thermostatically controlled. So filters here, coolers down there. So you have the intake duct, and then you know, as the air runs over the louvers, it pulls air off.
Oh, it's
there's-
like a vacuum.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of cool. We test that, and you can run an air hose blowing air over this, and it'll suck a paper towel up against that.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's pretty cool how it works. And then that side is the oil catch can.
Okay. And this is, I guess, gas tank or
Yep,
something?
gas tank, and then a little trunk area, some spares.
So you think this guy's going to take it to the track and do any kind of racing with it?
I don't think so. I think he'll probably tour around his area of Palm Springs, do some photography with it, I would guess, and
Yeah.
take his wife out to dinner. With the air conditioning, it's actually super. It's the most comfortable car I've built to drive. Very nice and pleasant, even on the hot days.
So how do you title these or do any of that kind of stuff?
This is titled as a 1962 Rungi. So the year is based off of the components that we do use, and then we're registered as a low volume manufacturer. And
Okay.
with the date being 1962, we don't have emissions. you know,
Good.
no crash testing, anything like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's double sound deadened both on the outside of the interior panels and the inside. So it's actually super quiet. My buddy and I were just driving in it the other night and just holding a conversation like we're having here. You do
Yeah.
have a little bit of engine noise, but not bad at all.
But you should have some engine noise.
Yeah,
You need to
you don't
hear
have a
it.
radio, so.
Yeah. Man, this is crazy. Well, I'm glad you got to show it to us.
Well, thanks for inviting us to. I'm honored.
Man, this some lucky bastard. So if somebody wants to see what you're working on, or if they want to see some of the stuff that you've done in the past, where would they go to find you?
Rungicars.com is our website.
Okay.
Or if you just Google Rungi
You're going to have to
Cars,
spell that. How do you spell that?
R-U-N-G-E.
Okay, so super
Yep.
easy.
And then our YouTube channel, we've got a bunch of build videos and instructional videos on there of how we do stuff too.
What's your YouTube channel?
YouTube is /Rungi Cars.
Okay.
Same thing, R-U-N-G-E Cars.
Well, there you heard it. So if you want to see what these guys are up to or what they've done in the past, go check out Rungi.com. Rungi.com?
Rungicars.com.
Rungicars.com. Pretty cool stuff.
This week's Gas Monkey Buys is this truck that just came in, and it's really nice. I worked with a guy out in Arizona. He told me all about it. He got us a lot of good pictures, and we were able to put a deal together. When it got here, it was actually a little nicer than I hoped it would be, and it's already LS swapped. It's already ready to rock. It sounds good, looks good. It's got a super good body. But if I'm gonna sell it and make the maximum amount of profit that hopefully I can, I gotta put a couple of dollars into it. Now, I'm buying everything on there. Typically, you know, you've watched us for 20 years, buying old classic cars, restoring old classic cars, you know, digging them out of barns and things like that. I'm still doing that stuff, but I've added the rest of the automobile and motorcycle world to it. So at gasmonkeybuys.com, you go in, you put in the VIN number, and whammo jammo, my team of computers and people behind there will give you a real offer, a real number, and if you're answering your email and we're doing our job, we can seal that deal up in a matter of minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get Josh to get started on doing our DJM suspension kit, get it lowered probably about 5-ish inches all the way around and leveled up. And then we're gonna stick some US mags on there and also some General G-Max tires. That's gonna give it the look that it's just kind of missing right now. It's still a good looking truck. I know people like the Rallies and the BFGs, but I'm telling you, with the Generals and the US mags and the DJM lowering kit, this is gonna look so much better, and it's gonna bring a lot more profit when I go to sell it. So watch this, I'm fixing to put Josh to work.
So what do you got? I mean, wow.
Here's the magic. This is a one-man show.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is easy.
This is
You've done
amazing.
more DJM suspension kits and wheel and tire packages than anyone could ever count.
Yeah.
And I got the guys busy on that crazy Camaro back there.
Yeah.
So I need you to do all of this in 1 day's work.
What?
It's just it's bolt arm, man.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I mean,
It is a square body. It's pretty.
check out these rims, pretty slick.
I like it. You got an offset too.
General G-Maxes and DJM. That's a 3-piece package.
Okay.
We're good to go, and it will drastically change the look of this truck. So if you got something sitting in your garage that you want to get rid of, it can be done, not done. It can be completely finished and detailed out. It can be old, it can be new. Go to gasmonkeybuys.com. The operators, as they say, are standing by. I've already bought 78 cars in the last 42 days, and we're turning and burning. So get you some. If you need to get rid of it, call us. Josh, you need to turn and burn.
I'm gonna get busy.
You got 1 day.
All right, cool. Let's get this thing. Damn, it's clean, dude. Spotless. God, look at this interior. Fuel pump. Got an electronic fuel pump. That's good. It's not a small block. It's not a small block. I know we need to move it, but that's not a small block, JB. Small block, JB. That almost sounds like it is. This freaking truck's LS swap. Damn. Aluminum radiator, LS swap. Dude. Now I see why he wants to put money into this thing. Shit. Damn, this thing's sweet. Oh, shit. Okay, so definitely need to bleed the brakes or see what's going on. God bless. All right. Well, Runs good, don't stop good. Before you throw a car in gear, check the brakes. With Richard giving us this project at the end of the day, it's time to get this LS Swap C10 on the lift and organize some tools so we can get started first thing in the morning. Dang, bro, you get a leg workout trying to hold the brakes on this thing right now. It just pushes right through them. Yeah, they either need to be bled or we ain't got a good vacuum because it's on that LS.
Got LS on it? Yeah. Dude, I thought this was just a stock truck.
You thought it was a trick in it?
Yeah.
No.
Or 305. Oh.
It ain't just a regular 350. This thing dressed up.
Yeah, that looks good.
Aluminum radiator, nice little intake. Got a Holly Sniper.
Yeah, we like those.
Oh yeah, dude. I feel like somebody
Ran out of money.
on this build.
Like, yeah.
They was they was building it, and just ran out.
They should have came to my house. They could see what it's like to run out of money on a project.
Get a lot of them.
I run out. Well, the problem is I can't be trusted with like $3 grand. You know, I get $3 grand, and guess what?
You buy watches.
Facebook Marketplace. Here I come.
So it's really clean. Bleed the brakes. Get that front suspension on. Pretty good. Let's do it. Whew. Alright, here we go. Day 2. Time to get rolling on the truck. Got in the air, and first thing we're gonna do is get the wheels and tires off and start on this front end. So let's get this shit done. After getting these front wheels off, I was able to get a better look at this front suspension to see what we were working with. And to my surprise, it's just as clean underneath as it is outside. I mean, just look at this. But before we get started, it's time to start unpacking the new goodies from my buddies over at DJM. And man, these parts are absolutely beautiful. But we can't waste any more time talking, so I got Mike to get started on one side while I was doing the other. While we're waiting on Mike to knock his out, I discovered that we don't have a spindle, we got a lower control arm. So it's uppers, lowers, and springs and shocks. So kind of easier kit, so don't tell Richard it's not gonna take us as long this time, so we ain't gotta rebuild the spindle. So we're still gonna look like heroes.
Out with the old. Painter's hands should not look like that. Can't masturbate with my hands looking like that. So this is a tool that we use for frog gigging. So what you want to do is get you a flashlight, right? And you take this little guy here. Find a flashlight. You need a flashlight. Can't find a flashlight. So you have glasses. You put on your glasses and pretend this is a flashlight, right? And you're in a creek, river, whatever. And you go up, and it's late at night, and you see the frogs, or you can hear them, right? So you shine your flashlight, you shine it in that son of a eyes, and you just jab him real hard with the pickle. And you pull him up, right? Because when you shine it in his eyes, the light, he freezes like, oh shit, frog down. Jab him, pick him up, string him up on a fishing line, and you get you a whole bunch of those. And then when you get home, you skin them, cut their legs off, fry them up. Or you can use this to remove ball joints. And that's what I'm gonna do right now, is I'm gonna remove this stupid ball joint, because I'm not worried about the ball joint because we got new ones. So I gotta wedge this guy in there. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. That frog is dead. Skin frog. Now, Painter and me wants to just freaking go sandblast and clean up all this stuff. And I don't think they're gonna let me do that. Not sure when the last time this truck had suspension work done, but it was probably time for new goodies anyways. So, why not lower it a few inches in the process? But we were going to get this front end wrapped up, and then we're gonna head to the rear.
All right, so we got the front end knocked out. Everything looks good. Everything's torqued down. We're gonna hop over the rear, do this flip kit, and then we got some tires to mount, man. Almost done, and we're about halfway through the day. I ain't even got a watch on. What am I doing? So far, this install is going great. Cool part about this lowering kit is that they use a flip kit. For those of y'all that don't know what that is, that's where you take the axle from underneath the leaf spring, throw it on top of there. Gives you a good drop. The cool part about this kit is that there's no C-notching required at all, and they throw in new U-bolts and leaf spring plates. Dude, this kit is badass. All right, Mike, so you're just gonna tighten down these U-bolts and throw the shocks on.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and go do the wheels and tires real quick. That way we can freaking knock this thing out. What do you think?
That sounds great, because I doubt they're going to go real quick.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
All this dust has also got my algae sprayed up, so. While Mike's finished up the rear suspension on this truck, it's time to get these wheels mounted up with our brand new General tires. But I need to hurry because we're just around the corner from getting this truck completed. This is the last one, so let's get this bad boy on there and get it set down. And just like that, we're done. With a few kick-ass parts from DJM suspension, General tires, and wheels from US Mag, we brought this truck from this to that. And we just finished in a few hours, beating Richard's tight deadline. So I guess, let's see what he thinks.
So this is it, we're done?
That's it, dude.
Yep.
What do you think?
I think it looks pretty rad for a Presto changeover. We did it in one day, right?
Yeah.
Less than one day, if you really count. That's freaking dope. Dude, it's such a rad truck. Now we're rolling on big wheels, and it's already got the LS swap. I mean, this is a Presto changeover in one day worth of labor.
Yep.
All right, you guys killed it. It's ready for sale. Tomorrow we'll wash it up and put it out there. So gasmonkeybuys.com. And if you got something like this for sale, or a brand new thing, or your mom's minivan, or a collectible. As a matter of fact, while we were in there, I was scamming through gasmonkeybuys.com's in the entries, and I bought a 1969 911 Porsche. Super cool car, numbers matching, really nice. Be on the lookout for that because I'm going to be selling it. Hey, guys, come here. Y'all killed it for just. Y'all killed it for one day of work, getting this all done. I'm super proud of you. Y'all share the beer. Hey.